summer's officially over. It was fun while it lasted, but it's definitely autumn now. It's getting a little bit chilly, and the evenings are actually getting darker earlier now, so it's definitely on its way. There is something that I do want to talk about today, though, which, I don't know, some of you guys might not like it, most of you will probably agree, which is that here in the UK, a lot of people here are just miserable constantly. We're always moaning. I'm moaning now, to be honest, so it just kind of sums up my point, really. But yeah, we're all miserable. No one ever seems to be happy when anyone ever does anything exciting or happy in their lives. Like, you look at other countries like America, and I know it's probably not a great example, but if you do something interesting over there, a lot of people will be like, wow, that's so cool, and it's like a good thing to have a hobby. Like in Japan as well, if you've got a hobby, that's kind of a normal thing, because they do that, they incorporate it in with the school. You've always got after school activities, and I think you have to like do at least one. Whereas here in the UK, it's like if you have a hobby and it's relatively interesting, or if it brings you some kind of money, everyone hates you instantly. And it's like no one supports you apart from a select few people, and it's just the general public, just in general. Like, the more you get to know what the general public are like, the more you start realising that everyone's just so miserable here in the UK. It's like, why are we so grumpy? What has gone wrong? Now, don't get me wrong, there are some nice people and there are some people that aren't miserable, and there will be people that do support anything anyone does. But it's like the world nowadays is just getting so sensitive as well. It's like you do one thing wrong, you say one thing wrong, and you can't even say most of the stuff you would have said that might now be completely normal, but not in the eyes of some people. And it's just crazy what is going on in the world right now. It's like you get certain groups of people that will follow something, and that's fine, but then they'll try and like force other people to do the same thing, and if you don't, you're suddenly like the worst person in the world. It's like when you get the SJWs, like the social justice warriors. They never really do anything. They just talk about stuff and make big acts about stuff and never actually make any great change. But then the change that they sometimes want to make just makes no sense, or there's no point in. Like when you get people who are feminists that go too far with it. Like, I don't mind if you're a feminist, fair enough. If you're, you know, I don't know, if you're in a certain religion, whatever. I don't really care what you do, but just don't take it to so far into the extreme that it just becomes ridiculous. It's like people nowadays. There was a thing that I saw where it was like some woman was having some rant about someone because he was gay, and they were like, "Oh, does that mean that?" This might not even be real, but it just made me laugh. It was like, oh, does that mean that they're oppressing women because they won't date someone with a vagina? And it's like, they're gay! They're not into vaginas, they're into penises. They don't want a vagina, so how is that? It doesn't make any sense, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it makes zero sense. And do you know what? These days, I just see people making zero sense, and I just don't understand what is going on in the world. And I normally just stay quiet and keep it to myself, or laugh about certain stuff, or think, what is even happening? But I thought I'd just talk about it because it's just funny. Well, it is kind of sad, actually, that the whole UK is just kind of getting to the point, and it seems that society nowadays is just getting to the point where everything is so sensitive that even if every single stigma was gone, everyone was accepted for anything that they did, there would still be something to offend someone by, and you can't stop the whole world just because one person is offended by something. It just, I don't know, I don't understand it. It's gone too far for me to know anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. What do you guys think? Does it make sense? Does it just make no sense to you? I just don't get it. I'm not saying that everyone shouldn't be offended. I'm just saying that some people take it way too far. I don't know. Does anyone else see this? Maybe it's just the stuff that I see that pops up that just constantly has that in it. And maybe it's not actually happening that much, but it seems like that way to me. I don't know, but I thought I'd just share it with you guys to see what you think. But yeah, maybe we should all just cheer up a little bit, and maybe we should all like comment, write something nice in the comments, compliment someone, tell me a funny story, tell me a joke. I don't know, let's spread some love everywhere rather than people just being miserable and upset. And I'm going to let this person go. Come on then, because you're already in the middle of the road. Come on, come on, come on. Fuck now. Why do people just not understand? There we go. Oh my god. But yeah, leave me something nice in the comments, share some love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.